The grandmother who stole babies for Krampus. In the small, snow-covered village of Wolfsburg, nestled deep in the Alps, an old woman named Marta lived alone in a crumbling cottage at the edge of the woods. The villagers feared her, whispering that she was a witch, a woman who had outlived her own children and husband. They called her Oma Schwartz, Black Grandmother. Every winter, as Krampusnacht approached, parents would tighten their grips on their little ones, warning them never to wander near Oma Schwartz's home. She had an eerie way of watching children, her milky eyes gleaming like a predator's in the candlelight. But still, every year, on the eve of December 5th, a child would disappear. No one ever saw them taken. No footprints in the snow, no broken doors, no sign of struggle, just an empty bed where a child had once slept, their warmth lingering on the sheets. Whispers spread through the village. Marta was taking the children for Krampus. Long ago, Marta had made a pact with the horned demon of winter. When she was young, her own son had been marked by Krampus for his mischief. On the cursed night, she had begged and pleaded, throwing herself before the monstrous creature with its long, slithering tongue and hooved feet. Krampus had paused.
"A life must be taken,"
He had growled, his deep voice rattling the icicles from the rooftops. But it need not be his. Marta had made her choice. That night, another village child disappeared, and her son was spared. Year after year, Marta continued her dark duty. She would wait until the night air was thick with frost, when the scent of roasted chestnuts and burning pine masked her scent. Then, she would slip into homes unseen, her ancient fingers light as feathers. She always took the disobedient ones, the liars, the thieves, the ones who sneaked sweets before dinner. Krampus demanded the naughty, but the villagers did not care if their children were guilty. They wanted blood for blood. One year, the village had enough. As Krampusnacht approached, the people of Wolfsburg set a trap. They left a child alone in a house, hidden villagers watching from the shadows. And just as they had feared, a hunched figure crept inside. The old woman, her cloak dusted with snow, her bony fingers reaching out. With a roar, the villagers burst forth, torches in hand. Marta shrieked and stumbled back, but there was nowhere to run. They dragged her, kicking and howling, to the center of the village. "Burn the witch," they cried. "She steals for the demon." They tied her to a pyre, the flames licking at her skirts. The night filled with the scent of smoke and burning flesh. The people cheered, certain they had rid themselves of the curse. But then, the bells rang. A cold wind howled through the village, snuffing out the flames. Shadows stretched unnaturally long, twisting like blackened fingers. And then they heard it, the deep, guttural growl. Krampus had come. The villagers screamed as the horned beast stepped from the darkness, his yellow eyes burning with fury. He reached into the crowd, his long claws curling around the nearest mother, then the next father, then a screaming child. By the time the sun rose, the village of Wolfsburg was silent. Snow covered the streets, and the only footprints that remained were hooves leading into the forest. And deep in the woods, a blackened skeleton still clutched the remnants of her cloak, her mouth frozen in a scream, forever bound to her bargain with Krampus.